Hello everyone, SimsEclaire here and welcome back to my channel. So for today's video we are sticking with our little plan of breaking up some house builds with some community lots, and this time we are building a restaurant. I do have one other restaurant on my channel. I built it for my Let's Play. It's called the Caboose. It's in Evergreen Harbor, the world that came with Eco Lifestyle. However, this one is more of like an island restaurant. It's in Sulani, and I wanted to do a couple of builds in Sulani, at least one, because who knows what I'll actually get to by the time this comes around, before the new pack comes out. Because if you've been living under a rock and you don't know, the new pack for the Sims is called Snowy Escape, and it's an it's inspired by an Asian world, and the world is called Mount Komorabi, and it's completely covered in like snow. Well, not all the neighborhoods are covered in snow, but most of the pictures are in snow, and it is called Snowy Escape. It's based around like winter sports and stuff, and I know the moment that pack comes out, all I'm going to be doing is building things in the snow, at least for like the first 2 weeks, while I start playing around with all the builds and all the new objects and stuff. So I wanted to try and keep things not so wintry until then. It's also still fall. I actually saw someone on Twitter said something about how I still think it's fall until like Thanksgiving, and I was like, technically it's fall until like December 20th, I think. Whenever that, like, the first day of fall is not the day after, or the first day of winter is not the day after Halloween. Like, I know the stores keep throwing all their Christmas decorations in our faces now, but it is still fall, okay? November is actually my favorite month. I know October is like official spooky season, but November is my favorite month. It actually has my birthday in it, so we will be doing a little birthday celebration on my channel. I'm not 100% sure what we're going to be doing, but right now I'm kind of thinking like I'm gonna build my dream house, and I don't know, I have no idea. I'm gonna ask for suggestions on Twitter, but I do have an idea to build my dream house, so I feel like it would make more sense to put that up on my birthday, but we'll see what happens. But so yeah, so that's why I wanted to do some builds in Sulani. I think I'm going to do this one and then maybe one more, and then I have a couple of other, different builds planned. I want to do a spa. I'm not 100% sure how I'm going to do the spa. I haven't built a spa in The Sims, which is why I am not going to guarantee it's going to make it into Sulani, because I want it to be kind of like a more modern, like luxury spa. And I'm not saying that can't go into Sulani. I'm just saying that I don't think it would make a lot of sense, because Sulani is a livable world. It's not like a vacation world, and with the new update coming, you can turn it into a vacation world. I'm not going to be doing that, but I feel like having this like resort luxury, like super ultra modern spa just in the middle of this like wealth of culture and like on this island is not something that would make a lot of sense. So it's probably going to end up going in one of the more modern worlds that we have, so maybe Evergreen Harbor or even like Willow Creek or something. But anyway, enough about that build. Let's get into this one. So this I called the restaurant Island Grill. I know, so original. I'm a master at names, but it's this really tiny, like there isn't a lot of seats on this, but it's this really tiny, like open aired restaurant in one of the lots in Sulani. It used to be a residential lot, and then I did switch it over. It's on that first, like when you first load the map for Sulani, it's that first little neighborhood down at the bottom, and it's the lot right next to the beach. And I wanted this to kind of be a little bit more of like it's not necessarily formal, but I didn't want it to be like a beach shack, because we have the bars that serve their purpose as being kind of like those homey, rundown beach shack like places to go, and I wanted this to be just a slightly more upscale. Now, they don't wear their formal wear when they're here. I did set it to party wear, and you will actually see me towards the end. I am going to go through the setup for the restaurant, so you'll see me pick the menu and the outfits for the servers and everything. I thought that was kind of cool, especially because this build without all that was only like 10 minutes long, so I thought it'd be kind of cool to keep that in there, because I know a lot of people don't actually play with restaurants all that much, because they used to be very glitchy. Now mine are no longer that glitchy, so I don't know if they fixed it or if it's just the way that the game runs on my computer, but I thought that it'd be kind of cool for you guys to see the setup. But out here, this is going to be the bar area. So it has this really long lit up bar with the fire sign. I thought that was kind of neat because it is a grill. And then I used the Tiny Living high top tables mixed with the Island Living chairs. Now I don't usually mix packs like this, but I thought that these Tiny Living tables with the glass tops and then the matching wood tones looked super nice out here. I kind of want to start mixing more packs because I always find myself like whatever world I'm in, I tend to stick with whatever packs came with that world. And I've been trying to do a little bit more experimenting and a little bit more like research because I feel like a lot of my builds just kind of, they have the same pace, they kind of go the same way. So I'm trying to mix things up a little bit, and I thought that was super cute. I know that it's not like a huge mix-up, but I liked it. I thought that it looked really nice. The bar is probably my favorite part. The bar and then the outdoor area. And the outdoor area is so simple, but I love what I do with the doors. You will see it in just a moment. Right now we're setting up the kind of like hostess area, so I set a little chair for people to sit and wait at, and then I have a table with a plant, and then I also used these giant plants. They came from Dine Out. I don't know what restaurant has these plants, but like in real life, but they looked so good in terms of like an island restaurant or like a Caribbean style restaurant or even like a jungle restaurant. I think that they would look really good in, so that's why I chose to use those. And then this is what I was talking about, how the doors to the patio. So I do this thing with the walls where I create this like V shape, and then I place some wood paneling on it, and then I'm putting handles on, but I do also end up putting some windows. You see me place them right here, and it's almost as though it's a completely glass backing to the restaurant, but then they open as doors, so that way you can leave it open during service and close it when like the restaurant shuts down. And I don't know, I thought that just looked super cute and super cool, and it makes it look different than the front of the restaurant, which just has those Island Living doors, which those Island Living doors are amazing. They're probably some of my favorite doors because they look most like sliding doors than even like the ones that we have from base game. But I wanted just to do something a little bit more extreme than the sliding doors that just sit on the walls, and so I hope you guys like it. Let me know in the comments down below what you think. And then over here, this is where the kitchen and the bathroom is. Now, like I said, this is a very small restaurant. There's 4 tables on the patio, 3 inside, and then 2 on the back patio. So that ends up being 9 tables. Now, because of how many chairs are at each table, you can fit quite a few Sims. So it would definitely, it'll definitely function as a very busy restaurant. I would say that the only issue is going to be that there'd be a lot of Sims in a very tiny spot. So you might want to go to the hostess stand every now and again and like click off like stop seating Sims, so that way the whole restaurant doesn't just have this like fill of Sims. You kind of saw a little bit of that at the beginning of the video when I showed that clip of my Sim inside with her friend. You could see like all these Sims just like bustling around, and like they were serving food to empty tables, and that was because the Sims had like gotten up to talk to other people who were waiting for tables. So it was just really weird. But this is the outdoor patio. So I get 2 tables out here. One seats 6 and one seats 4. I try to make sure I have different like chair numbers at all the tables, so that way different parties can come in, because I do work in the restaurant industry, so I'm very much versed in the fact that a lot of times people just have a whole lot more than what like your tables are set as. Like you have to push tables together. Well, not now. We're not allowed to do that now because of everything going on, but like you have to push tables together. So in The Sims, since that's not actually possible, I do try to get as many different seating options as I can. So I always try to make sure I have at least 1 4 top, 1 3 top, and then 1 of like 5 or more. And then over here I am drawing a little dock. So this is a seaside restaurant, and my dad used to work at a restaurant called the Severn Inn, and they have a dock like off of their pier, and I'm not 100% sure if people were allowed to park their boats there, or if the dock was like for private residences only. I'm pretty sure though that like quick pickup orders could park their boats there while they went to go pick up their food. So I thought that it'd be kind of cute here in Sulani to have this like deck area for boat people to park their boats and their jet skis. So I wanted to go ahead and incorporate that. Now I did have a little bit of an issue with it because it kept trying to raise the boats to the level that the dock was at, and then it was too high on the sand area. So whenever I tried to place the stairs, it wouldn't let me change the terrain because we are right on the water. So it was like, no, you can't place the stairs here. So then I had to lower it back down, and I had to start moving all the boats back. So that's kind of what that clip was there. You saw me, I like deleted all the boats and then put new ones out. And then now, if you're not interested in watching me set up the restaurant, the build is over, so I hope you all enjoyed it. But now we're going into creating the menu, and I think it's just like an extra like 3 or 4 minutes. But I basically tried to pick whatever drinks looked like they would be served at an island bar. So like if they had fruit or umbrellas hanging off of them, I tried to pick those. And then I also went in and did like the grilled plantains and like the fruit appetizers, trying to keep it definitely more islandy. I was having an issue differentiating the food that should be on an island and ones that should be like in El Salvadorada. I kept wanting to like hit things like ceviche and like the pollo dinner, which is chicken, and I was like, I really don't know if like those are interchangeable, because in movies and stuff that always seems like they are, but I'm not personally culturally versed enough to know if an island, like if that would be traditional food on the island. So I tried to pick only food that came with island living. And then when it came to the desserts, I just did some basic desserts, like some yogurts and ice creams, and then a couple of fruit tarts and stuff, just trying to keep things, just keep things a little normal. And creating the menu for these is honestly my favorite part, because you get to see so much more food. Like there was so much food on these that I did not know we had access to, and I don't actually think we have access to make them in the game, which makes me really upset. Like I have never seen eclairs before, and like I love eclairs, I love making eclairs, and I've never seen them in the game before until I loaded that screen, and I was like, how do you find these? So I'm gonna go on a deep dive and try and see if I can find where my sim can make the eclairs. But now we're going through, this is the female waitressing uniform. I started off with this, but then it was just, I don't know, it was looking really brown. And my biggest issue with all of these is that all the out shirts for Island Living are mostly cropped or like bathing suits, and I really feel like it'd be just uncomfortable for the waitress to be doing that. So I tried to find ones that were a little bit more modest, so that way it wasn't, just uncomfortable. I know that they're Sims, but I feel like it just would have been uncomfortable. And then of course, as always, the male create a sim went by a lot quicker. This is the male create a sim for the waitresses or the waiters, and it was like bam, 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 and we're done. And then now we're on to the hostess staff. Again, I was trying to find things that I wanted the hostess staff to be dressed a little bit nicer. At the restaurant I work at, the hostess staff doesn't quote unquote have like a dress code, but there's definitely like this line of like what you would wear like at home and like at school versus what you wear to work. So I wanted to kind of find that line here in The Sims, especially mixed with Island Living, because it is hot obviously, so I didn't think that forcing them to wear like these really formal like button-down shirts and everything would be nice. So I did go with this romper that we got from Island Living, and then a pair of sandals, and then all of the staff does have those like palm bracelets from Island Living. And then this is going to be the male host outfit, and then this is our last outfit for the build. So I hope you all enjoyed it. If you did, please be sure to leave a like and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you all next time. Bye!